What if I told you that you could build your very own, highly capable AI app this weekend, and you don't even need a computer science degree to pull it off? Welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely pumped to have you here today. If you've ever had a brilliant idea and thought to yourself, man, I really want to bring this to life using AI, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to take that conceptual dream of yours and turn it into a living, working Python script in just a few short minutes. We're looking at the 2026 edition of the Beginner's Guide to Using the OpenAI API, and I'm going to guide you through this whole thing step by step. Because look, if you've ever been typing away in the standard ChatGPT web interface and suddenly realized, I wish I could plug this exact power directly into my own application, you are definitely not alone. We all want to customize these incredible tools. Well, I have some fantastic news for you. You absolutely can do this. And honestly, the best part? You don't need to be some expert programmer with decades of experience to make it happen. This explainer gives you the direct path from zero to hero. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover Section 1, the API dream, Section 2, keys and authentication, Section 3, choosing the right model, Section 4, understanding tokens, and finally, Section 5, writing your first code. Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, the API dream.
Think of an API, an application programming interface, as a bridge. It literally lets your software talk directly to OpenAI's brain. You aren't just limited to chatting in a web browser anymore. You're actually plugging that raw AI capability straight into your personal projects, your websites, and your daily workflows. And like we said, you do not need to be an expert programmer to cross that bridge. Building with AI has become incredibly accessible in 2026. As long as you can follow a logical sequence and write a few lines of code, you can leverage billions of dollars of computational research for your own personal weekend project. It's a real game changer.
Moving on to Section 2, keys and authentication. Because before our code can actually talk to OpenAI, we've got to establish some trust. Let's walk through the exact step-by-step administrative sequence to get your API key. First up, you'll head over to platform.openai.com and create a developer account. Once you're in there, you'll need to add a payment method, because, you are billed based on your usage. Next, you navigate over to the API keys section and hit the button that says Create New Secret Key. Now pay super close attention here. You must copy that key immediately. The system will literally only show you this exact secret key one time. It's kind of like a self-destructing spy message. If you lose it, it's gone for good, and you'll have to generate a brand new one.
And guys, I absolutely cannot stress this enough. Never share your API key publicly. And for sure, never ever upload it to GitHub or any public repository. You need to treat this API key exactly like you would your online banking password. If someone else gets their hands on it, they can make automated requests to the AI on your dime, basically funding their massive weekend projects right out of your wallet. Guard it with your life.
All right. So once your key is safely locked away on your local machine, it's time to build the actual bridge. If you're using Python, it's ridiculously simple. Just open your terminal or command prompt and run this one single command. Pip install OpenAI. That's it. That one little line goes out to the internet, grabs the official OpenAI Python library, and installs it onto your system. It's the essential communication bridge we need to get our script running. Which brings us to Section 3, choosing the right model. See, when you send a request, you aren't just asking some generic AI. You're actually hiring a specific specialist for the exact job you need done. And in 2026, you've got quite the menu to choose from. First, there's GPT 5.6 Luna, whose specialty is pure raw speed. Then you've got GPT 5.6 Terra, which gives you a really nice, balanced approach between speed and overall capability. And finally, GPT 5.6 Sol, boasting the absolute strongest reasoning capabilities for those really complex problems. Now, for our upcoming tutorial code, we want lightning-fast responses, so we're going to go ahead and hire Luna. Next up, Section 4, Understanding Tokens. Here's the thing. The API doesn't read by words, and it definitely doesn't charge you by words. Instead, it operates on this sort of hidden currency called tokens. As a general rule of thumb, one single token is roughly equal to 4 English characters. And this brilliantly illustrates the billing mechanics. When you're checking your billing or wondering exactly how much a prompt is going to cost, tokens are your core metric. It's just how the AI chunks down text into digestible little pieces it can efficiently process, and exactly how OpenAI calculates your usage bill. And tied directly to those tokens is something called your context window. Basically, this is the total amount of text an AI model can remember at any one time during a single interaction. Imagine you're reading a massive book, but you can only hold the last 50 pages in your memory. Every single model has a context window limit just like that. If you feed the AI a document that's larger than its context window, it'll literally forget the beginning of the text by the time it reaches the end. It is the absolute hard boundary of how much information your chosen AI specialist can juggle at once. All right, here we go. Section 5, writing your first code. This is the moment it all comes together. We are officially assembling our carefully gathered tools into a living, breathing Python script. First off, notice this really beautiful security feature. We aren't hard-coding our secret API key anywhere. Instead, our client automatically and, more importantly, safely reads it straight from your system's environment variables. Then, once we're authenticated across our bridge, we just call client.responses.create. Inside that command, we hire our specialist, GPT 5.6 Luna, hand it our prompt, and print the response right to the screen. 5 super simple steps, and boom, you are fully connected.
Just look at what you've accomplished here. Seriously, congratulations. You just learned exactly how to connect your very own Python program to OpenAI completely from scratch. You've officially bridged the gap. Now, the potential is entirely in your hands. From this one foundational script, you can expand outwards to build dynamic websites, super intelligent customer service chatbots, or literally any AI-powered application you can dream up. The whole shebang is yours to play with. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Now that you hold the keys, what AI-powered application are you going to build first? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and happy building.